I'm Jeff, and if you were to force me to pick a favorite tequila cocktail under threat of bodily harm, I would probably select the Infante. So that's what we're gonna make today, but with one little twist. A true modern classic, the Infante was invented by Giuseppe Gonzalez at New York's Dutch Kills. Slightly sweet and spicy at first sip, but incredibly well-balanced and craveable, the Infante makes brilliant use of the almond-scented syrup known as Orgeat. So first, let's make some Orgeat, which has approximately 400 million great uses that we'll get into in future episodes, and then we'll make an Infante. There are just about as many ways to make Orgeat as there are ways to use it, but at its core, Orgeat is a rich syrup, meaning it's made with a 2-to-1 ratio of sugar to liquid, as opposed to simple syrup, for example, which is 1-to-1 sugar to water. Rich syrups are thicker and add luxurious texture and deep flavors to drinks, but they require a deft hand too, so as to not oversweeten a drink. All Orgeats are fragrant, rich syrups with a nutty flavor at its base, usually brightened up with rose water or orange flower water, and sometimes fortified with alcohol for flavor and shelf stability. For extra credit, feel free to make your own nut milk from almonds, pistachios, hazelnuts, or avocado pits, though starting with 1 cup of store-bought almond milk works great, and the stabilizers in the store-bought stuff can actually help us a bit here. So we'll just add this to our pot, and bring to just a low simmer. We don't want it boiling, otherwise the milk will separate. Since this is a rich syrup, we're now going to need 2 cups of sugar for that 1 cup of milk. Plain white sugar will work here, but since we want a lot of nuttiness in our Orgeat, a bit of caramelized flavor could come in handy here. Brown sugar tastes great, but can get a bit too thick and overpowering, so I recommend going 50-50, with 1 cup white sugar and 1 cup of a natural dark sugar like Demerara or Turbinado. Just as the milk hits a simmer, we'll take the first cup of sugar and whisk heavily until it's completely dissolved. Then we'll let the mixture reach a simmer again, before completely whisking and fully dissolving the second cup of sugar, along with a pinch of salt. Turn off the heat, and as it cools, we'll add in 3/4 of an ounce of amaretto or biscotti liqueur to boost the nutty flavor further, as well as a 1/2 ounce of brandy, dark rum, or whiskey, which helps the mixture keep longer and ups that caramel flavor. Stir occasionally for the first 10 minutes of cooling to prevent sugar crystals from forming, and then add your flower water to taste, 1 bar spoon at a time. Rose and orange are both great, though the orange flower water is a bit more traditional for the Infante, so we're going with that here. So, now that we have our nut juice, yeah, that's just weird. Now that we have our Orgeat, our Infante will come together very quickly. We're just gonna need 3/4 of an ounce of fresh lime juice, and 3/4 of an ounce of our cooled Orgeat. If you're going with a store-bought syrup, I recommend trying it first with 1/2 an ounce because some of those products can be highly sweet. Then we'll finish with 2 ounces of tequila. Oh, wait, I said we were gonna do this with a little twist, right? So we're gonna make ours with Mezcal. The added smoky notes from Mezcal play off the nutty Orgeat in a way that just haunts my dreams, like a tasty ghost. Yeah, so 2 ounces of Mezcal. Now, we'll add 1 big shaking rock to our large tin, and go to town. Using dense clear ice for shaking does wonders for the texture of Orgeat cocktails like the Infante. Now we'll just strain into a chilled glass over another hunk of glorious clear ice, and finish with a fresh grating of nutmeg to bring an added touch of spice and a subtle heat. Okay, let's drink this thing. There are few drinks I crave as much as a Mezcal Infante. It's somehow both deep and luxurious and light and balanced. The nutty Orgeat gives you a tropical sensation you might liken to a pina colada, but without being all the way sweet. There's plenty of lime for acidic balance, and using tequila or mezcal as a base feels just leaner and meaner. The pepperiness of fresh nutmeg highlights the baking spice flavor in the Orgeat and plays particularly well off the smoky mezcal. It's refreshing while also being just a touch rich. I want 10 more. What's even better is that now you have Orgeat, which I'll show you how to use in lots of other fun ways very soon. You'll see. Oh, you'll see. Okay, bye.